Hey, Jessie here from my YouTube channel, Essential Life. Today I'll be talking about the top 3 books I would recommend if I knew someone starting out in aromatherapy and using essential oils. Please note this is subject to change because there is one book that I am kind of concerned about, but it has some good things in it. If you're starting off with essential oils, you have a few challenges. A couple of them being, well, what oil can I use for XYZ? Or I just bought XYZ oil and what can I use it for? The book that I'm about to recommend will help with all of these questions. So this book is Modern Essentials. So Modern Essentials, each one is just a different edition. It's the same book. However, the reason why I'm hesitant to share this book is because there are some concerning and considered unsafe practices being promoted in this book. So you want to be careful. But the reason why I'm recommending this is because it is the most user-friendly reference book I've ever had with essential oils. It's simple, it's not complicated. So we have this book here. This section is dedicated to, hey, I want to know what oil to use for XYZ. I'll look up what I want to use the oil for, and it will give you an idea of what to use. So there'll be a list of essential oils, different colors. One color's first choice, other color's second choice, other color's third. Try to stick with first choices if you can. And there's also the little symbols that will show you whether it's used topically. There will be a hand symbol. Aromatically, there will be like a little wiggly line symbol. And unfortunately, there's a drop symbol which recommends oral usage, ingestion, which I do not recommend, and I would suggest just ignoring that altogether. Then there is the single oils section, which is where you can look up single oils being just one plant, so lavender, lemon, peppermint, and whatnot. And you can look at the page and see what people would use it for, which is really fun if you bought an oil and you don't know what you can use it for. So this is really great. Then there's a small section here on different blends. I forgot to mention that this is not affiliated with doTERRA, but it has a lot of doTERRA products. So these would be the blends that doTERRA sells. I'm not promoting doTERRA. So I'm not promoting doTERRA. I don't buy their oils anymore. So you may buy from a company that sells similar blends that makes this small section useful and versatile, but whether or not you use doTERRA products, this reference book is great because a lot of the products and oils that they sell, single oils, you can find anywhere else, right? So globally, great book. I would just be careful with certain recommendations in regards to safety. You can get this book on AROMATools. I'll put the links and stuff down below. AROMATools sells a lot of other supplies for essential oils, like roller bottles, containers, cases, stuff like that. Also other books. I personally avoid all the books from AROMATools because I find the information in them to be pretty sketchy, most of which would make an aromatherapist want to pull their hair out. But this reference book, wow. Oh yeah, and you can also just download the app with or instead of buying the book, Modern Essentials app. So it's portable, you can look up what you want to use essential oil for, it'll give you recommendations, or you can just look up the essential oil and see what people use it for. Awesome. Honestly, one of the best things I've ever bought when starting out with essential oils. Which brings me to safety because this book is pretty concerning when it comes to safety. So I have 2 beginner-friendly books, and I would suggest buying one of these. So they're both written by certified clinical aromatherapist Leah Jacobson. First one is Essential Oils Safety Files. In this book, Leah provides safety info and drug interactions for over 242 essential oils. However, this book just contains safety information. The other book I just showed you was Essential Oil Profiles. This one just covers 60 of the most popular essential oils, but there is so much information in this one. So you have safety information, drug interactions, the shelf life of each essential oil, therapeutic properties of each, which body systems are affected, a little bit for what they're used for. Also, there's a bonus section on diluting, carrier oils, children, pregnancy, breastfeeding, and talks about cats and dogs and what's safe for cats and dogs. So I'd say this is much more complete. And if I had to choose just one, I'd be choosing the essential oils profiles. So let's be honest, if you're sticking with the top 60 essential oils, you're golden. It's full of information. But it's important to be mindful that you're using exactly the essential oil mentioned in the pages. So for example, essential oil profiles only includes 1 basil with this Latin name and chemotype linalool. Whereas this one includes all these basils, same basil, or the same Latin name, there are other chemotypes. So you want to make sure you're using the same Latin name and the same chemotype so that it matches up the one you're reading about. So these books are great for beginners. If you want to get a little more advanced, more in depth, I personally use Essential Oil Safety by Rodney Young and Robert Tisserand. Essential Oil Safety book doesn't have all the information provided in here, but it's cool to go in depth. So if you ever are interested in it, I put the affiliate link down below, meaning it's no extra cost to you, but I will get a small commissions if you decide you want it and you click it and order through the link. Third book, the complete book of essential oils and aromatherapy. Again, this book is written by an aromatherapist and is thicker than it looks. This is full of a bunch of different recipes. A lot of times I may look at the back of the book, look up something I want to use essential oils for, go to the pages where it's marked, and see kind of different recipes, protocols, I guess treatment plans. So I may look up something I want to use essential oils for, and it might be found in different parts of the book with different recipes. So in that sense, it's a little more complex and less all in one place like the Modern Essentials is, but a lot more detail, and I trust what's written in here in regards to safety recommendations than in this one. Also, if you have some must-have or favorite essential oil books, tell us in the description why you like it, what's the name, where a person can get it. So you can also go by different sections. For example, some chapters are the basic care kit, emotional rescue, where it's all dedicated to emotions for that chapter, the basic travel kit, essential oils to consider and things that can happen during traveling, a whole chapter on the gentle touch for babies, teenagers, and children. So if you're a parent, this could be a good one. A chapter dedicated to natural choices for women, one for natural choices for men, a chapter dedicated to the maturing years. So if you're an older folk, assertive oils for sports, dance, and exercise, beauty, chapter on spa stuff, on like masks and stuff like that, for animals, for gardening, and much, much more. So you can use it by chapter, reading through what interests you. I use it as a reference book, but this book is a wealth of knowledge. So this is a really cool book to have. If you decide you want it, link is in the description. It's an affiliate link. So again, it won't cost more money for you, but I will get a commission of any purchases made through that link. A quick disclaimer. So just a quick recap, if somebody was starting, Modern Essentials is a handy reference book that you can get. It lacks safety, has unsafe recommendations, but wow, is it easy to use. It's user-friendly. You can also buy the app, like I mentioned. You don't want to forget safety, so essential oil profiles would be my second. And this book here. So if I were to go back, these three ones would be the ones I would want to start with. But hey, if you found this video helpful, give it a like. Also, if you like videos like this, feel free to check out my other videos and even subscribe to see my other videos.